Are you having fun? You're having a great time? I want to invite a few of our friends to have a little bit of a thank you party today. And just a few things that I would like to say to all of you. I asked for this to be done so that I would have one more opportunity to thank all of you for your work. The one thing I can tell you is all the things that you did to help me at some point in time, I did to help me. That means going door to door as a young kid, passing out literature, making phone calls. I mean, I know what it's like and I know what it takes, and I can't thank you enough for everything that you've done. There is one thing I want you to understand. When I traveled around the country, I had a message. The message was of unity and lifting people. A lot of times in politics, and this kind of astounds me, sometimes people think that the message in a campaign is nothing more than rhetoric. The message for me was never about rhetoric. These are the things that I deeply believe in. There is no way that I would have ever entered a race for president just to win an election. My wife would never have permitted me to enter a race just because it's to win an election. The reason why you get in politics is because you want to bring about profound change. And the things that you want to do have to come from your soul. They have to come from your heart. They have to come from your brain. And they don't come from polling or calculations or statistics. We left the race abruptly. And the reason why we did is that I became convinced that in one way or another, to go forward, I would have to tell people things that I didn't think were true. I couldn't reconcile that. And secondly, I did not want to lose that message. I felt it was so important that the message of what we need to do as a nation is far more important than John Kasich. And and I want to thank my mother and father, and particularly my mother, for the way that she raised me to believe in things and to speak and to be able to stand your ground and stand with your principles. I mean, look, none of us are looking for sainthood. I'm just a slob trying to get through the day and do the best I possibly can, realizing I got another chance tomorrow to maybe get it right. The campaign profoundly changed me. And I want to tell you what happened. You see, when we started the campaign, it was about balancing budgets, critical. It was about economic growth, absolutely vital. It was about rebuilding America, critical. But it became about something deeper than that. And maybe the way to describe it in a way is when I was leaving yesterday a briefing, and I was walking to another briefing with our great law enforcement people. And there were two women standing up against a building. I think they were having a cigarette break. And one of them said, "Hey, Governor, hey, Governor." And I looked and I saw her, and maybe in years past, I would have just gone right by her. But I went over to her because it was the way she called my name. I heard her. She said, "I am a 4-time cancer survivor, and I want you to know that the Lord has a purpose for me." And I looked at her and I said, "Would you pray for me and my family, not for success, but would you just pray that we can be as good as we can possibly be?" You see, throughout the country, I came to learn about what's inside of people more than ever in my lifetime. Yes, it's about economic growth. Yes, it is about fixing our schools. Yes, it is about giving people opportunity. But it's deeper than that. Americans want to feel as though they matter. Americans want to feel like people care about them. And Americans want to believe that the people standing next to them are going to be there for them, whether they know them or whether they don't. It's about connecting hearts and lives again in the United States of America, and everybody having a chance to be successful. You know, we hear a lot about negative and division and polarization and we're down and we're down. Let me tell you, I've never been more satisfied professionally. And frankly, now that my daughters have been driving for a few months, never been more satisfied personally because of my wife and because of our family. But I'm an optimist about America. And I know this, America is the leader of the world. We can't shrink, we can't run away. You know why? Because we're good people. And we are people who believe that they can make a big difference. And it's up to all of us. You know, this is not just political rhetoric here. Here's what I want to tell you. Believe that you can change the world. Believe that you can stand and make a difference in the way the world spins. Believe that standing on principle and having ethics and integrity can make a huge deal. You don't have to apply for sainthood. Just do the very best you can to make a difference in the world in which we all live. And when I wake up in the morning, and look, I'm going to make my screw-ups. It's inevitable. We all do. But if we can make a difference in the lives of the people and give them hope and give them a sense that tomorrow will be a better day and that together we can change this whole darn world for our children and our grandchildren, we, America, will lead through the rest of this century into the next century. That's our mission and that's our goal, and let's pursue it. God bless you all very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. God bless, and let us know how we can help. Thank you all very much.